I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home, and I might have gone on a live video earlier this week and had kind of a meltdown because my life was a hot mess and falling apart. And instead of losing my marbles, I hopped on a live with the internet to share it with you guys. And so today I want to, in a less chaotic manner, pause and talk about what to do when your life is going sideways, you're losing your marbles, you're not having a great day, but yet you really desire to have lovely days. How do we do it? I'm going to share my top tips with you here today. Friends, welcome to our channel. I love sharing with you guys. We have videos that come out each and every day as we share about all the things homey. So homemaking, homeschooling, home discipleship, homesteading, all with an eternal heavenly minded perspective. And I love talking about lovely living. I love talking about biblical womanhood. I love talking about just the blessing that God has given us in life each day and living it to the fullest and investing in the things that are eternal and all of these amazing, amazing things. But while it's great to talk about the lovely things, the wonderful things, and yes, absolutely, I try to make sure that the most of my day is filled with those lovely things. Sometimes the poop days happen, let's just be honest, like when I hopped on my live earlier this week, which we can link right up here for you. And we had a dog chasing down a chicken, and I had videos that I couldn't get edited, and we just had like one thing after another happening that made me go, ah, like it's too much today. I can't do it. But that doesn't mean that we have to give into that negativity. It doesn't mean that we have to live in it. It doesn't mean that our life just has to become this like miserable existence. Why? Like, why not love life? Why be miserable? Why? Do some situations really stink? Yes, they do. And I promise you that I've got a whole laundry list of my own of stinky things in my life that I do not enjoy. But I also know that there's things that I purposefully do to seek out the lovely. To take a day when I just want to give in because I'm so sick of nasty comments people leave me on YouTube that are so wrong. I just want to like scream it from the rooftops and instead say, you know what? That's okay, because I'm going to love on who the Lord puts before us to love on, and it's all going to be okay, right? We can all find these things. And so what are the things that I quite literally do to seek out the lovely, find the joy, and not get just stuck in the muck of negativity? Because let's be honest, the world wants you to do that. We got it. No thanks. I have no interest. I want each and every day to be awesome. I want to love my life. I want to cherish and enjoy every moment that I'm given because be it by death or rapture, I'm not promised tomorrow. So I'm going to make the most out of today. And you can do it too. I know things are tough, and that's usually the first comment I get. Oh, because you've got your perfect little life. Somebody called me a pastel colored housewife or something like that, which I really don't even know what that means, but that's what they called me. No. I've got my own stinky things, but it doesn't mean that I let them rule me, and you don't have to either. And I'm just gonna say, friends, I hope these tips can help you out, especially the last one. I think that one for me is like icing on the cake of it all. But we love sharing here, and we pray that this can truly be a blessing for you. We're doing a homemaker boot camp right now in our collective. That's our membership group here on YouTube, and I'll leave a link down below to it. But if having a home that just feels nurturing and cozy and really is focused in the heart of the matter and looking at things biblically and being there to really nurture and enjoy all that home provides as we go into this next cozy season, you guys be sure to click that join button and come over with us. We're having a wonderful time, and we've got private class websites and resources and things, and the ladies over there are so lovely. They're such a huge blessing. We've got our private community group and all of the stuff where everyone can connect and just lift one another up. So if you guys would like to join us for that, absolutely, please come and do so. Again, we've got the Homemaker Bootcamp linked down below. But let's get back to dealing with these negative days, okay? Tip number 1, to not get stuck in the muck and just be miserable and stuck in the negativity and blah, all of the stuff, is to just stop, okay? Seriously, step 1, stop. If you don't want to be ruled by the negative and just brought down by all the gunk of life, because we all have it, we have to first make that mental shift of like, I'm stopping, right? Scripture tells us to take our thoughts captive. I'm not going to just keep letting this consume me. I'm not going to keep feeding into it. I'm going to realize it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not just going to do that because that's my normal and it's what I'm used to and life sucks and everything's difficult. And why is my marriage like this? Why is my home like this? Or my finances like this? Why is it? Just stop. Because we all can live in the negative. But guess what? There's always somebody that has it worse. There's always something worse that it could be. There was always somewhere worse that you were, or something worse that's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. So how about we just stop? And I know that that's not like the sweet, sunshiny, rainbowy, like homemakey, whatever, like thing that's all sunshine and rainbows and everybody gets all like feel goody about. But like sometimes you just got to stand there and be like, dude, stop. Just don't. You have to stop it, because it's a snowball that's rolling and you're like just adding snow to it as it rolls down the thing. Knock it off. You cannot let that negativity consume you and just fuel you and feed into everything. You gotta just hit stop. All right, so now that we had a minute of like for reals, lovingly as a friend, okay, so stop leaving me mean comments. I'm saying it with love. Step 2, you gotta stop. But then find the lovely. Because the lovely exists in the darkest of places. We see the Apostle Paul in Scripture finding the lovely, right? I can do all things through Christ who gives me the strength. He was in prison. He was beaten. He was facing death. You see the testimony that comes out of the persecuted church today, the underground church in China, in the Middle East, and just the testimony of joy and love and peace and all of these virtues that we're told should be characteristics of a Christian life coming out of the persecuted church. When I'm over here living my cushy first world life, whining and complaining. Now, do I have things that are legitimate things? Yes, I do. And so do you. We all do. But there's a difference between accepting that we live in a sinful, fallen world and just swimming in a pit of muck, letting it define us, refusing to see the lovely all around us because we're so focused on the negative. We're focused on the things we don't have, the relationships that aren't right, the mistakes we've made, whatever it may be. We have to find the lovely. And sometimes that's hard to do. Sometimes the lovely can be the teeny tiniest little specks. But it starts by finding those, by seeking out those little specks of lovely and saying, I'm going to hone in on that, right? I'm not going to just swim in the muck of the negativity. I'm going to find that little bit of lovely and I'm going to say, all right, Lord, I see it. It's right there. I'm zeroed in. That's where I'm going to focus. Maybe it's the smile of a child. It's a breeze. It's that the sun rose today, whatever it may be. That's where you're going to get my attention. Step number 3, friends, rest. Yes, rest. So often in life, when we are at our lowest, we are worn down, we are stressed out, I cannot take it, I'm gonna lose my marbles, nothing's going right, if one more thing happens, it's gonna be the straw that breaks my camel's back, right? Rest. Maybe you're doing too much, stressing too much, scheduling too much, spending too much, right? Whatever it may be, it's too much. Some time to rest can really go a long way. Even if it's just, it doesn't change anything outside, but you at least feel a little more prepared because you've had some good rest. Rest is important. This was part of my live that I shared with you guys earlier this week where I said, I was trying to do all the things. I mean, I know you all are so lovey and so understanding. And I know you understand that I didn't get it done. And then we had a whole issue and it was a whole thing. But this point came where I said, you know what? I'm going to go rest. We have people here before us to love and serve. We have this going on. We have that. Like, I need to rest. I need to sit in that Sabbath rest of the Lord, sit in what's right before me and rest. And I will come back a better version of me after I've had that rest. friends, I went for a long period of time where I put myself down for an afternoon nap. And honestly, I might be getting back to it here soon. I'm kind of feeling the pull because it made a big difference. To go lay down for an hour in the afternoon and rest made me feel so much better. I had my 5-year-old melting down earlier today, and guess what we did? We came home, we snuggled up, and we rested. She's now out riding bikes and playing with her sisters and having the best time in the whole wide world because she got the rest that she needed. I know we live in a world that says go, 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 busy, 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 gotta, the productivity equals success and whatever other nonsense we like to throw out there. Rest is okay. And rest doesn't just have to be sleep, but make sure that you're getting that, especially when you're got that muck of negativity just all around you. Rest can make a big difference. Point number 4, y'all, pivot, okay? No, we're not moving a couch up some stairs, but pivot. When you are going through life and you're dealing with the negativity and the muck and the stress and the worries and the fear and the whatever it may be, okay? Sometimes you need a little change. I love doing this with my kids in our homeschool days. Don't mind the cat like jumping behind me. I love doing this in our homeschool days. When homeschool isn't going so well, my kids are losing their marbles, I've got bad attitudes, something's happening, we pivot. Maybe we do a different activity. Maybe we watch something educational. Maybe we come outside to read. Maybe we go for a walk. Maybe it's a really bad day and we load up, go to the store, pick out ice cream, come home and have ice cream for dinner, right? Maybe that's what happens. Pivot. Especially when you are feeling the weight of the negativity. It's dragging you down. You're having a hard day. Things aren't going well. Do something different, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Maybe you need to do something different. Maybe you need to pivot. Maybe it's a hard day and you say, you know what? I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna go for a walk, I'm gonna soak in a little sunshine. Maybe you're gonna go sit at a coffee shop with a loved one. Maybe you're gonna go out and have lunch with your spouse. Maybe you're going to or sit down and read a book. Maybe you're gonna get up and clean the house because that would make you feel better. Do something different. Pivot. Change your environment. Sure, I can't go get a different house or move to a different state or something like that overnight, but I could go outside. I could go for a hike. I could take the girls to a thrift store and browse around because that's one of our favorite things to do. I could pivot. And guess what? 9.9 times out of 10, after just that switch, that change, when I come back, I'm gonna be a little refocused. I'm gonna feel a little better. Don't be afraid to pivot. So 5th and final point here. Now this one, friends, this is a big one. When you're dealing with the negativity, the muck. Maybe it's struggles in your marriage, maybe it's financial, maybe it's the kids, maybe it's just situational, maybe it's just you're having a bad day, right? Because it happens, let's be honest. If we're going to stop living in the muck and we're going to turn a negative day around, we have to be ready to give it to God and move forward. It is a really big thing to be able to look at our situation, our day, our whatever it is that we're facing and say, okay, what in this can I do? Can I go apologize to my husband? Can I be a little more, proactive with things with the kids? Is there attitudes and behaviors that maybe I've been slacking on and I really need to get this together? Is it stuff around the house that I've been procrastinating on? I'm totally guilty of that I just need to take care of and I wouldn't be creating this situation. Is it, is there something that I can do seriously? Be honest with yourself, heart check here. Is there something I can do? Okay, what is it? I could maybe not spend so much time shopping online or waste so much time scrolling on my phone or whatever it is, right? Maybe you created your own bad situation. Let's be honest with one another. It happens, but let's learn from it. What can I do? And what do I need to really just start trusting God to pick up and handle? In whatever way that may be. Maybe it's refinement for me, refinement for my husband. Maybe it's just something I need to step out in faith on. I mean, whatever it is, it can be lots of different things, but what do I have to trust God on? Do I need to trust that the Lord's going to provide? Do I need to trust that yeah, I can't change my husband's heart, but God can. And I need to give that to him. I'm here to love my husband and to be his helper and to encourage him, but God has to change his heart. There is a really big point here of looking at whatever situation we're in, be it just a negative day like what I shared with you guys the other day, where it was just like, and then it kind of continued because last night I literally was up till 1:30 this morning with computer problems before I did the same, where I gave up and said, I can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. Woke up by 7:30 and was back working on it again. It happens. But with whatever the negative situation, day, experience, whatever it is that's in, what can I do that could be a help, that could make a change, right? I can pivot, I can go rest, I can seek out the lovely, I can do all of these things, yes. But if I'm struggling in my marriage, yes, I can find the lovely. Yes, I can stop just soaking in the negativity. Yes, I can pivot and do things differently. Yes, I can make sure that I'm resting and I'm finding rest in the Lord, and I can do all of those things, but that's not just going to make everything perfect. The next step to that is I have to truly let go and let God. We shared about this in we do Q&As each Saturday, so be sure to be back tomorrow. You guys can subscribe and turn on the little bell notifications to get those. But we did one with my husband where we talked very raw and honestly about our marriage and our struggles, and when my husband wasn't a believer and then I was, and like all of those things we went through. So I get it. There's very real things. But at what point do we realize that's above my pay grade? I can't change that. I can't get us out of debt just like that. I can't just make our house be completely fixed and perfect and not breaking and giving us all of the stress and anxiety. I can't change the hearts of other humans. I can't whatever. Okay. So that's a hard issue that I need to have faith and trust the Lord, because He knows what I need today. He promises to provide for us. So if I don't have it today, God in His infinite wisdom knows that I don't need it today. And I need to understand that and trust that He knows far better than I do, and He's got it covered. So friends, I truly do hope that those 5 things can really be an encouragement to you to say, you know what? Yeah, maybe today kind of stinks. Maybe I'm not so happy with where my life is. Maybe things aren't going so hot. You too? Me? Yeah, I get it. But that doesn't mean that I have to be stuck in the sludge. That doesn't mean that I have to become this negativity. It doesn't mean that I have to be like, well, poor miserable me, nothing's ever going to get better. Life is truly as lovely as you and I choose to see it as. And regardless of all the things in my life that are not perfect, that I don't even see how they're going to get better, right? That I struggle with and I have to work through, I can choose to say, you know what? God gave me today. And I am going to enjoy the heck out of it. I am going to have so much fun, and I'm going to soak it all up, and I'm going to choose to see things as lovely. I'm going to choose to do things that I love. I'm going to choose to be thankful, but not just like cutesy, I put a sign up, genuinely thankful. And you can do it too. And I really do hope that that's what our channel can provide. That we can equip and encourage other families to say, you know what? You're right. Why we got to be so stressed out? Why we got to be so overworked? Why we got to be so worn down? Why we have to be so overscheduled? And just what I notice so much, I get these comments and it's just negativity and negativity and negativity. And I'm like, why are you all so negative? Why is everybody so miserable and stressed out and uptight? Why? That's no way to live. Why would we do that? All right? That's insanity. We're doing the same things over and over, expecting things to get better. And then we're like, why isn't it getting better? And then I just get more negative because it's not getting better. That makes no sense. So let's choose to make a difference and say, you know what? I'm going to find the lovely. I'm going to enjoy. And my day is not going to be filled with negative. I hear motorcycles starting up. I see everybody's outside playing. I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful day that we have here. And I pray that this can be an encouragement for you to do the same. So come and join us for the Q&A tomorrow for all the different things. And I'm gonna leave you with something else that I think you're gonna like because it's right along these lines. So y'all head over and watch those.